Everybody, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's talk Married at First Sight, San Diego, season 15, episode 6. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So, if you enjoy that type of content, be sure to check out the other 4 videos from tonight's episode. Subscribe to the channel. If you have not already, stop typing in Tammy Talks. Just subscribe and thumbs up the video. All right. So Stacia and Nate. So the couples are going to kind of separate this episode. The men are going tequila tasting, and the ladies are all going to go have brunch. So while they are at brunch, the girls are talking about who had sex and who's moved their relationship to the next step. Stacia mentions that they took a bath together, but she still wants to kind of slow down a bit. They are finding other ways to be intimate that does not involve sex per se. While the guys are out tequila tasting, Nate says he wants to find out who's fucking. I said, oh, crass, if you will. So Nate said that while him and Stacia are vibing, there's no sex or lovemaking. He wants to respect his wife. He feels that sex too early messes things up. He knows that as men, sometimes they go in and they think with, the smaller head, and because of that, they have a tendency to kind of mess up relationships a little too early. So Miguel, who all he thinks about is sex, says that he kind of disagrees with that. He's wondering, why would sex ruin a relationship when he feels there's nothing more natural? Nate said that when you come in and you're going straight to sex, you don't get to know each other on a more deeper level. So you're lacking the understanding of each other. You're lacking if you have the same goals, same lifestyle, same desires. And while what Nate said sounds great on paper and makes a lot of sense, I was with Miguel in calling bull. You're not having sex because Stacia doesn't want to have sex yet. It's not because you want to wait to get to know your wife. Because if Stacia were to come in and pull your pants down right away and say, let's get to it, you would get to it. So I don't know why Nate is sitting there even trying to fake the funk, right? Meanwhile, over at brunch, like I said, Stacia is saying something kind of completely different. But, okay. So, after brunch, where the ladies find out that Lindy has already slept with Miguel, we get this scene where it's Lindy, Morgan, and Stacia. And the 3 of them are sitting around talking, and Lindy mentions that, Stacia flat out basically asks Lindy, did you get pressured into having sex? And she said it's because she does not want Lindy to ever feel pressured the way that she did. And I'm gonna say this: Stacia seems like she needs some therapy, because it seems like Stacia has a lot of skeletons in the closet. She has a lot of kind of unresolved issues within herself, seeming identity issues, because she does not know who her father is. The fact that you're willing to give up your last name and keep this man's last name, even though you just met him, and all this other stuff, your degrees, your accolades are all from your last name, but you're willing to throw that all away. I think Stacia would have, and she says she's in therapy, but I think she would have benefited from being in therapy a little longer before coming on this show. Because Stacia is somebody who you can tell that she's truly here for love, and she truly wants love. And I just hate that she came onto this show, because this is not the way to get it. This is not the way to go. So she throws this little picnic lunch date for Nate. They have a little TP situation, little charcuterie board, everything. So while they're sitting out there, they're, joking about bugs. A spider kind of, crawls along the way. Nate jumps up and leaves Stacia to kill it. Don't want to get into gender roles, but if I'm out with a dude, I'm not killing a spider. You are. Okay, just so that's understood. You are. If I'm in my house and I have a friend over that is a male, you are killing whatever spider might pop up. You know, spiders just like it's like they just roll through the wall. Whatever spider or whatever pops up, that's all on you, Brody. So the fact that she did that, I said, oh, okay. But he tells her while he appreciates the setup, she doesn't need to do extravagant things all the time for him. He's very simple. So very simple things are cool. Now, I don't know. That to me, while I get what he was saying, and I appreciate him saying that, but I also kind of feel like, to me, it just kind of lacked like appreciation for what she did. You know what I mean? Sit in the moment, appreciate it, and then the next time you guys are talking, let her know you don't have to go all out like this for me. Because I mean, she didn't go out. They had the TP and the charcuterie board. He's acting like it was a chef out there doing it, but I don't know. That just might be the way that she shows love. She might be a person that likes grand gestures. So like, don't kind of take that away and make it seem as if you don't appreciate it. Like, I don't know. It came across very weird to me. She brings up how he has said that she does not intimidate him. And she's happy about that because so many people, so many relationships that she had in the past, they have mentioned that they were intimidated by her. He says that he can see that and he can see why. She mentions that her last relationship, they grew apart from the distance. She said she dates with the intention of getting married. And because of some things that went on in her last relationship, she now goes to therapy. He commends her for going to therapy, thanks her for sharing that with him. She then asks would he be open to therapy with her as a couple. He asks like right away or like if there's an issue. She doesn't believe it's therapy as a reaction, right? She thinks of therapy as ongoing maintenance. She said she's never been married before. He said he's never been married before. So she wants to go to therapy so they can keep things in tune. They want to be able to keep things sharp, learn about different ways to handle conflict, handle all these different things that are going to arise, that kind of arise in married couples after, the honeymoon period is over. He thinks about it and then he very quickly agrees. Now, one thing I've noticed about Nate is, and Stacia points this out too, she's worried he's not being authentic. And it does seem like he'll kind of be like, what? About something? And then be like, okay. And just kind of go ahead and agree with it. He doesn't really, try to voice whatever he's feeling, whatever opinion he might have about something. And that's kind of weird. So when Stacia was at her situation, or at the little thing with Nate, I'm sorry, not with Nate, with Lindy, and after, they were talking about Lindy's whatever, Lindy pointed out that Miguel feels that Nate is not being very authentic. He seems very curated. And I agree with that. It seems, and I know some people are going to say that he's able to adapt. And he's able to just, fit in every situation. But he does seem very curated. It seems like because he knows that Stacia got money, Stacia's pretty, Stacia doesn't need him for anything, like financially or anything like that. He is going to agree with her so that he can stay with her and ride that wave as long as he can to get whatever he can out of it. I don't care in the comments. I said what I said. Okay? I said what I said about Nate. I feel how I feel about Nate based on what we are watching on TV. Based on what we are very accurate, what we are seeing. Not because of what you guys think is going on behind the scenes. I base my reviews, I base my recaps, my thoughts, opinions, and theories off of what we are actually seeing on the screen. Nate is giving the vibe of somebody that is going to do whatever he can, agree with whatever Stacia wants or says, so that he can stay in that marriage without having any real merit or feeling or contribution to anything in that household for as long as he can. This is also the man that is a self-proclaimed scammer and hustler. So he tells her that he hopes that they are just consistent with how they feel about each other, how they're interacting, how their communication is, after the honeymoon. While they're at the group day dinner, they're talking about what they are all kind of worried about going back into the real world. Nate is worried about Stacia getting back into work mode. She said that she sometimes works 12 to 15 hours a day. He's a little worried about that. Stacia is building a house from the ground up and has invited Nate to live with her in the house after decision day. Stacia's giving desperate, sis. It's giving desperate. And I need Stacia to fall back a little bit, okay? I need Stacia to fall back just a little bit. Because then Lindy is like, wow, you hit the jackpot. And they was like, I know. I know. We know you're excited. So while they're at this group dinner, though, Miguel and Lindy, Miguel made some comments, and Stacia was ready to get in on him. So she's asking Miguel, why did you sign up for this? What are you going to do? We don't know nothing about you. What is this, that, and the other? And then the mariachi band comes out, and he doesn't have to answer any of the questions. But Stacia was about to get in that ass. And the fact that, and I kind of feel like, y'all are going to say whatever, but I feel like that just kind of shows that she's kind of ride or die for Lindy, in a way that Lindy is not going to be for any of the other girls. The fact that Stacia, and it's not because anybody is trying to sabotage them or anything like that, but the other ladies are seeing something in Miguel that Lindy is refusing to see. And so I get the feeling a lot of stuff is going to come out about Miguel, starting with that bear costume. So later on in bed, they are talking about the other couples. And Stacia said that she was ready to go in on Miguel. Nate said that, he was right there with her, by her side. And Stacia mentions how she doesn't know what everybody's intentions are, and it's kind of scary to be in this, this place, and you don't know anybody else's intentions. Nate said, well, we in a good place. That's all that matters. And she said, but she's still trying to figure out his intentions. And she wants to know if he really likes her or likes the idea of her. And I think that's a very valid question. Nate, once again, is in his confessional, hurt that a stranger isn't 100% all in on him. So he tells her him moving into her brand new house is him committing. How? How is that committing? Tell us, Nate. How is that committing? So then Stacia then tells him that's not committing. That's a step. But she wants to know if she is someone that he can fall in love with. He gets in his confessional and said that he hasn't shown her any red flags. So it kind of sucks that she's scared. You have given red flags, though. You have given red flags. You absolutely have given red flags. So she said that she has insecurities of not being enough, or that he will eventually just, run away like things have happened in the past. Nate said he's falling in love with her. No, you're not. See, this is how you know that Nate is a manipulator and a scammer. Because Nate, as soon as he heard her insecurity of not being enough, or him maybe leaving, no, I'm not going to leave, I love you. Because that way it keeps her right in the pocket where he needs her to be, to try to get that emotional control over her. I hate the fact that Stacia even told him that was one of her insecurities so quickly, because he's going to use that to his advantage against her. He's going to use that because he doesn't love her, because we see on next week's episode, or maybe that was for the entire season trailer, where he's saying he can't talk about feelings with someone he doesn't have feelings for. But you said you were falling in love with her, though. What happened to those feelings? Those feelings don't matter no more? Those don't count? Okay. Let me know how you guys feel about Stacia and Nate. Catch you guys in the next one.